Hey everybody, Ben here and welcome back to another Rust console video. It's been a little while since I put out any Rust videos as I've been patiently waiting for community servers to be released. But the devs have just announced a very significant update that is coming our way later this week. Double 11 have now confirmed that the next update for Rust on console is going live this Thursday, the 25th of November, and it has some pretty significant content in it, as well as some key changes to core gameplay mechanics. I've been lucky enough to be able to try out most of it on the public test server, so today I'm going to give you a quick overview of what you can expect to see in the new patch, as well as showing you gameplay footage from the console version of Rust of all of these new features. It's worth a quick reminder that the public test server or test branch is only available to players who bought the deluxe or ultimate versions of Rust. But I did see one of the devs mention on Discord that they would like to bring it to all players at some stage. It's not much of a commitment, but it is perhaps a faint glimmer of hope for those that didn't buy the premium versions of the game that they might be able to get on the test server at some stage. For the time being, however, if you do want to get on them, you're going to have to buy the deluxe or ultimate versions. So the dev blog released yesterday tells us that this week's big update is called Devastation Unleashed and is going to coincide with a full blueprint wipe this Thursday. It's going to bring with it the much awaited tech tree, larger maps, new building blocks, gestures, gun handling adjustments, and aim assist. As well as this, we can also expect the usual array of bug fixes, performance improvements, and quality of life changes, and perhaps one or two other features not yet mentioned. First up, we have the tech tree. What the tech tree does is basically allow you to unlock blueprints in a workbench by spending scrap to work your way through a tree of item blueprints rather than just shoving scrap in and getting a random one. I'm sure most of you will be familiar with this style of researching trees of things from playing other games over the years, and I think it'll be a welcome addition to Rust console that will also help bring us more in line with the PC version of the game. Tier 1, 2, and 3 workbenches all offer different blueprints, and you can still learn them in a research table in the same way as you could before. The tech tree will allow you to unlock any BP in the game if you can put in enough time and get enough scrap without you having to hope that you find an AK or C4 or whatever rare item it is that you're after out in the world. This is going to be especially useful for solo players who maybe struggle to get some of that higher tier loot, as they can now slowly work their way up the tech tree instead of running high level monuments and having to compete with much larger groups. If you want more information on exactly how much everything in the tech tree costs, then keep an eye out for another video I'm going to be publishing later this week going over all that in a bit more detail. The larger maps that are coming our way are a 3-kilometer version rather than the 2.5 kilometer that we've been using so far, and these are going to appear on some but not all of the monthly and weekly servers. These maps offer a little extra space for you to explore, build, hide, and fight your way through the next wipe, and hopefully are just the start of the devs gradually pushing the map sizes up as high as they can whilst keeping performance at an acceptable level. Going from 2.5k to 3k might not sound like much, but I really did feel that the difference in scale was very noticeable when playing on these larger maps. Judging from my experience playing on the test server on the big maps, I haven't seen any new performance issues on my Xbox Series X, so fingers crossed there is more potential in there for further expansion. You'll also notice, as well as the maps getting bigger, the actual in-game map has been given a makeover and now looks a little bit fancier. Several new building blocks are also coming to the game, including triangle roofs, floor frames and ladder hatches, as well as spiral staircases, steps and ramps. These all add to the variety of base building techniques that players can use, and also brings us a lot closer to what PC has, so will hopefully make base building guides from there work a little more easily on console. This update will also see the addition of gestures, or emotes as they're more often called, allowing you to give strangers a friendly wave, thumbs up, or a clap before you brutally murder them so you can take their 50 stone. We will also see changes to gun handling hitting the live servers this week, which should make guns a little easier to control, as well as also seeing aim assist servers being added to the game. As far as I'm aware, the plan is still to have some servers that allow aim assist and others that don't, so it's going to be interesting to see which of these ends up being more popular. The gun handling changes and addition of aim assist are certainly going to be contentious among the player base, especially the gun handling tweaks, but in my opinion, the gun handling was pretty terrible in Rust for a controller and definitely needed some work to make it a bit more user-friendly. I don't think the system of just doing what PC has is a great port straight onto a controller, so it's nice to see them playing with it, and hopefully we can get a nice balance with a bit of refinement. As for aim assist, you can just choose not to play on a server that has it enabled, so I don't think it's really a big deal either way. I do think a lot of players might try the aim assist servers because they think it's going to be easier for them, but it's also important to remember that everybody else is going to have aim assist too, so you're also going to be getting hit more easily. There are a lot of options added to the menus to allow you to refine your aim assist settings, and if we get the full settings changes from the test server, we're also going to see the controller settings page given a real shake-up. If this happens, then I would expect to see your controller settings get reset this Thursday. We don't have the full patch notes yet, just the dev blog, so we can't be sure exactly what is and what isn't going to arrive on Thursday, but there are a couple of things on the test server currently that haven't been mentioned. One of those is the new power plant monument, and the others are the aim training servers and the build servers. These things we might see appear on Thursday, and from what I've seen the devs saying on the Discord servers, it sounds like they're basically going to merge everything on test into the live servers, so I would expect to see power plant. I'm not so sure about the other two servers, as they are really whether they enable those servers in live rather than content that needs to be released. The aim training servers allow you to spawn in with guns and ammo on a tiny map and practice your shooting, and the build servers spawn you in with tons of resources and make you basically invulnerable to other players, allowing you to practice your builds. If you want a bit more info on exactly what the aim servers and build servers are and how they work, I'll put a link to a video I made about them up in the top right hand corner for you, and that explains them in a bit more detail. So that's all we really know for now. The full patch notes should be available for us on Wednesday or Thursday this week, according to the devs, and the server wipe and update will be available on Thursday evening EU time at the usual time of 6 PM GMT. Personally, I think there's some great stuff in this update, and it all feels like features that are key to have in place for community servers. I'm hopeful we may see community servers maybe early in the new year, as that is what I know a ton of people have been waiting for, and once we're able to host our own small team or solo servers, then I think we will see a lot of people coming back to the game. In the meantime, we'll have to make do with what they are giving us, and given the frequency of the content updates these days, I reckon we'll continue to see some pretty good progress. So hopefully you found that video useful. I am planning on bringing Rust videos back into regular rotation now, so if you enjoyed it, then please click the like button down below to let me know, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.